What up, dude? Welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. On today's show, we look at 3 upcoming free agents the Detroit Lions need to re-sign this offseason. But please do the channel a quick favor. Like the video, share this video, and comment on the video. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers, and we are currently at 2738. We now have channel memberships, so it's another way to help grow this channel. So check it out on the homepage, man. Special emojis doing the live chats and doing the premiere. So go ahead and check that out over there on the homepage. And if this is your first time, but before that, I got to bring in my co-host for today's show, man, because, you know, I ain't doing it by myself. First up, man, it's the hardest working man down there in Jackson, Michigan, maybe cooking meals, coaching kids, man, got a gang of kids. He just be in the community doing his thing, man. It's the Wolverine Lion who?
We're going to will us a college football team in Jackson, Michigan. It's Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Man, and y'all know who it is. He is the sole proprietor of the Tupperware T-shirt exchange. And he is, you know what I'm saying, he has his green thumb because he be farming them yams all live long day. It's my man, LL Cool Toys. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning.
Man, all right. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't watched this channel before, what we do is we take a look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, and takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. We give our takes on why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here. We don't just say things just to say them or argue just for the sake of arguing. We give our true thoughts and opinions about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. So if you're looking for content like they have over at First Take or what's that, Right, or whatever his name is over there, just talking noise, you ain't gonna get that with us right here. We're gonna give you the real. We'll keep 100 right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast. All right, so today, my man Coach Jones came with it. He said, man, we need to talk about our own free agents that we need to re-sign. So, Coach Jones, you're going to kick it off first, man. We're going to look at 3 of these cats that we think that we should re-sign. We both going to take one, give our reasons why or why not. And, you know what I'm saying? Or we're going to give our reasons why. And then, you know, the other, fellas, we're going to say if we agree or disagree with the selection. So, Coach Jones, you up first, man. What you got?
Yes, sir. So I'm going to start off with the big man, with the enforcer, Levi Onzunwrike. He finally came back and had a healthy season. He played 16 out of 17 games. He started 10 of those games, which is amazing. That's his most starts in the NFL yet to date. He showed a lot of versatility, playing every position along the defensive line. Even out to the 7, he rolled out there a couple of times. He played the 4-eye, he played the 3-tech, whatever defensive lineman scheme we had, Levi was able to adapt to it. He even put on weight on his frame. He went up from about 285, 290 to 305. And he was still able to move. He was able to roll out to the outside with all that weight on his frame. And take a look at it. He had 28 combined tackles, 16 solo, 12 assisted, but his biggest stat was he had 13 QB hits. So Levi Onzunwrike he's a priority, but is he going to be a starter? And I would say no. So with that being said, I think that the New York Jets or the Chicago Bears are going to throw a little more money at him than the Detroit Lions are willing to offer Levi. And I think they know that. I think they understand what's going on in the front office, and they understand what they're willing to spend. I think they'll just outbid them a little bit. And I will keep Levi. I think he's a key rotational piece, but at the end of the day, I think the Lions will be outbid. So I'm going to give that a ball on. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't like the player. I just think the cost for Levi is gonna be too high because I think the Jets and the Bears are gonna jack up that price, man. But hey, what do y'all think about that? About that situation right there, man.
All right.
I got a question for y'all before we get started. And if
Go
y'all
ahead.
both want to answer this, what do y'all think Levi gonna get? Like, I keep hearing that. Oh, they keep saying numbers 10 plus, 11 plus. I don't know. What do y'all think about that part?
I think
Go ahead,
I
Coach.
think Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson are the only two that are really gonna throw that money at him, given that this is his only season, because both of them need a defensive tackle. Like if you look at both their rosters, they're stacked with defensive ends, but they have no really three tech to really take over. I know Quentin Williams, he
That's
kind
what I'm
of
finna say.
slides in, but everybody else on that team is I don't know, man. So like
I
their
don't.
defensive ends, like I don't really.
I think
See
if
no
either
D
one of them
tackles.
teams, were doing that, it'd just be to spite us. And no other reason. I don't think they think he's worth $11 million.
All right, go. All right, for me, for Levi Onzunwrike, I think we should re-sign him. I don't think we should overpay for him, of course. And I think $11-12 million is overpaying for his services as a rotational player. Levi Onzunwrike is a rotational player. The only reason he was starting this season because of the fact that other guys were in front of him were hurt. I'm not saying he's not a good player, and I'm not, because he was my comeback player of the year. I get the fact that he's a good player, but I don't think that with all that fanfare, I don't think that he should get that much. I'm not saying that he's not a good, like I said, not a good player, but I would re-sign him because I want him as a rotational piece in our defensive line. But I wouldn't overpay for him. So
Right.
I agree with you that we need to re-sign Levi Onzunwrike, but I also agree with you that we don't need to overpay for him.
Yeah, but true. And the one thing is, if I'm Levi, now this is not the Detroit Lions. If I'm Levi, I put myself out there for the highest bidder because physically, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to withstand this. You know what I'm saying? Because Levi spent a year and a half, hurt. So you want to capitalize off of you playing 16 games. So you kind of want to go to the highest bidder because you don't really know what the future holds for you. So that's why I'm kind of down on that, just because I think Levi is gonna try to capitalize on his 16 games. So
And he should, but
yeah,
no, I'm not paying him nowhere near that. And I like Levi a whole lot.
yeah,
I've
I
been
do
saying
too.
his name for a very long time, but I'm not overpaying for him more than one red cent more than what I should, because could be a problem, just signing hurt players to come here and not produce. And even though he was healthy, he didn't really put up no numbers worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying? As a rotational player, even those numbers is kind of, because we didn't have rotational players, like healthy rotational players like John Comiskey that's had better numbers, or whatever similar numbers at a way cheaper price. So I'm keeping him, but only if he comes back at the price that that we are offering. Otherwise, go get your money, man, and I'll see you wherever in the hell else.
All right. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. So, and please go check out Lions Nation Unite. Got a video up over there. I did some work for them the other day. So make sure you go check out Herman Moore and the crew over there at Lions Nation Unite. You got my man Spinmo over there at the Woodward Heavyweights. They hang out over there on Lions Nation Unite. You got my man Big Anthony from Rhode Lions UK. You all over there as well. So make sure you check it out. And my man, the young fella, Chicken Nugget King 313, man. Go check out that young fella, man. He's doing some great content. I know. LL, he laughing at him every time, man. Hey, man, send him some barbecue sauce or something for them nuggets. All right. For me, I got a different player. So for me, I have Derrick Barnes is my guy. I'm saying that with the Lions, we need to re-sign. So for me, you're looking at this young fella, man. He was part of the Brad Holmes first draft class in 2021, selected in the 4th round out of Purdue. Versatile linebacker. He spent his junior year in college not playing linebacker, playing defensive end, which makes him perfect for the Lions offense because he's versatile. He can rush the passer and he can set the edge in the run game. His first 2 seasons, he started off kind of slow, but he had a great season in 2023, recording 81 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits, and a forced fumble. And then who can forget that Barnes made one of the best plays in Lions playoff history, intercepting Baker Mayfield to clinch that divisional round win at Ford Field back in that 2020, the beginning of 2024. It was great, man. And while I commend Trevor Nowatzki for filling in for Barnes this season, because Barnes only played 3 games due to that knee injury, he's not as good as Barnes. He's just not. I mean, and he, at the beginning of the season, he was showing growth as a Sam linebacker. Like I said, he has that ability to blitz the passer and then set the edge in the run game. I think that you must re-sign this young fella this offseason. Why? Because he's homegrown talent. He was molded by Kelvin Shepard, and he has some assistant by Sean Deion Hamilton. And I think that those coaches know him, and I think that they can help cultivate that homegrown talent and keep him in the building as long as possible. So Derrick Barnes is my guy. I think we should re-sign. Not saying that Nowatzki's a bad player, but he's just not Derrick Barnes. Derrick Barnes is a starting level Sam linebacker in this league, and you could see each year he was getting better. And then not last year, but the year before, he had his best season. So that's my guy. I'm going with Derrick Barnes. What do you guys think about re-signing Derrick Barnes? I'm gonna go to you first, LL, because I want to say that defense for that last cat, that defensive line coach. So what you got, LL, for Derrick Barnes?
I ain't gonna do that. Coach Mike just gonna say, but I ain't gonna do that. I would re-sign him, but again, I won't say I'd be willing to overspend for him, but I'd be willing to get into a slight bidding war for. Because I think this is one, like, the Jets will probably overspend for him, and if that's what it takes to get him, then that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't, he's a fantastic player. I think we should re-sign him. I think he's worth re-signing at a decent price. For everything that you said, he's an integral part. He kind of grew up here. I feel like he always played pretty decent. I know other people may have had different opinions on him, but I thought he always played pretty good. He just kept, getting a little bit better, and then this year got cut extremely short. But I would like to keep him here. It's not a lot of great linebackers out there that can do it all. A lot of them, either they can go forward or they can't. And that's usually how it go. So he can kind of do both. So I would like to re-sign Derrick Barnes. And this is a preface for anybody that we talking about. Almost anybody, let me say that, but at the right price. So if we can get him in there at a decent price, even for him, like, a good enough price, like, hey, this is, for whatever it is, I don't want to say for years of service, but, as we're paying you because you are here and whatever, at a, just pay him a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit, just give him a pretty good contract, but nothing too crazy.
And the Jets has a decent linebacking core, and their Sam linebacker, I believe, is CJ Mosley. I don't know if he would take the starting spot of him.
I don't know who their middle is, but
I don't know who their middle is. And right now, I just think that he's really settled into that Sam. I think he's flourishing as that Sam linebacker. And I think the difference between him and Levi Onzunwrike is that Barnes is a starting level linebacker, and Levi Onzunwrike is a rotational player.
I know, so
that's why.
I know they got Quincy Williams, but I don't. Yeah. Is he their middle, or is he one of their outside linebackers?
I think he's one of their outside linebackers. But and I say he's there because his brother's there, because his brother's the bigger star. But I don't think they're. He
can play.
Yeah, Quincy Williams is not no nepotism on. Yeah, no nepotism on that. So, but like I said, but yeah, I agree with you on the price tag deal, but I think the Lions should keep that guy in the building, because we always talk about re-signing our guys, and I think he's one of our guys. So, all right, Coach Jones, what you got on Derrick Barnes?
I think so too. I think that's the boss up. I think we need to re-sign Derrick Barnes. Of course, I don't even have to mention the price, because we know Brad Holmes and Disney not gonna break the bank. So I know if he comes back, it'll be at the price. Maybe it's a little bit above market, because that's what they've done for guys in the past, well, last season, guys in the off season like Amon, Rob, Panay, Goff, they kind of went a little bit above market. So I think they will go a little bit above market. I think Shep will play a pivotal role in his price. They'll probably ask Shep, how critical is Derrick Barnes to that linebacking core. But yeah, Derrick Barnes' position versatility is you can't replace that. So, but man, that price though, man, because now we're getting into the point where that first draft class, they're all becoming free agents. So it's like, do we resign them? And then this is the crucial part, man, where you don't want to overpay for guys, but you want guys to stay. And man, but Derrick Barnes, I will go just a little bit above market price to keep Barnes in house.
Yeah. The one thing that you may not have to go too far because he missed all of 2024 pretty much.
Right.
He only played 3 games. So teams are going to be looking at that knee injury. That's going to be a cautionary tale because of the fact that he did miss so many games last season. So it could be a reason why they can keep him in the house at a decent price because of the fact of the injury in 2024. But yeah, I like Derrick Barnes, man. I just looked it up. Quincy Williams actually plays the Sam at the Jets, and CJ Mosley plays the middle. So I don't think he'll be going in to replace either one of those guys in Detroit. In New York, those guys are starters, and they're starters for a reason. Quincy Williams can ball out, and definitely we know what CJ Mosley can do because he played in Detroit for a minute. So we know what CJ Mosley can do. So it didn't work out in Detroit. He did play here he played Detroit for a couple of years. Yeah, it didn't work out. He played better at the Jets. So
one question is, what do they have in Chi-Town? Because you know that.
Oh, they linebackers in Chicago. They got 2 good linebackers in Chicago. They signed that. They signed those 2 linebackers a couple years ago.
Tremaine Edmonds and
and Edwards and Edmonds and Edwards.
Edwards. Yo. All right. So hey, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All these things help us keep this content going to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself, man. Last dude up is my man LL Cool Torrance, my man. Who you got?
Well, I have impending free agent Carlton Davis III, CD3. He was a breath of fresh air for us in the cornerback room. We hadn't seen, consistency like that the whole time from Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's regime. Signed him or traded for him last year. I believe it was for a 3rd round pick. He came and he played 13 games for us this year. Had a pretty good season, 56 tackles, and 2 picks. Ended up getting hurt with a broken jaw. Didn't miss any time when he broke his thumb, though. So that was, he can't play hurt. I guess, just the jaw was where the line was drawn in the sand. Couple things about Carlton Davis. He is pretty good. You can see it on tape that he stands up against, namely competition. One of the big things was when we signed him, I kept seeing clips of him going up against Jamar Chase from the Bengals. He did a pretty good job on him. But, of course, we don't play in their division, so that really don't matter. But it just shows that he can play against, top-level defensive backs. Could be a thing of where we may be able to just let him go, or if he doesn't sign at a decent price, we could just, see him wherever hell else. But, because we did draft, we doubled up on defensive backs last year. And it's a pretty deep defensive back draft this year, so depending on what picks we may have available after whatever comes our way, 2nd or 3rd round pick, maybe definitely be somebody there to play, whatever spot that we may need him in a growing role, because we do have Amik Robertson coming back. We do have Terry Arnold coming back, and we do have Ernest Rakestraw coming back. So might be one of those that, hey, man, we can offer you this much, but, whatever. Along with that, he's never played a full season. The most games he's ever played was his 2nd and 3rd season, 2019 and 2020, were 14 games. So he's played as few as 10 games. So that's something else to take into consideration. As I like to say, he might be one of them hurt old boys, you know. But, you know, Brad Holmes loved those. So he might be signed back at a record contract. That's a joke. But, you know,
don't do it.
Yeah, no, definitely don't. But, you know, I think he is worth re-signing. You know what? Actually, I'll take it back. Just for sake of this argument, just for sake of this conversation, I'm going to say, all respect due, we're going to let Carlton Davis walk. And that's just because we got some young dogs ready to step up. And I'm saying that we're going to let him walk in an attempt to save money. Like I say, in a move to whatever comes our way, whether it be, you know, somebody from Cleveland or from elsewhere. But yeah, what do you guys think about that?
Ray Henderson.
Well, LL just changing his mind, and I have to correct myself. We had a different CJ Mosley. I'm sorry, we had a defensive tackle CJ Mosley, not the linebacker CJ Mosley. It was two CJ Mosley in the league at the same time. We had the other one, not the linebacker. We had the defensive tackle. Sorry about that.
Came from the Ravens.
Yeah, I apologize from that. And both played the Ravens because that's where CJ Mosley was drafted. So that's why I kind of confused them because both played at the Ravens for a minute. And then, you know what I'm saying? So pardon me, I was wrong. Wrong CJ Mosley, both with the same name. One played defensive tackle, the other plays linebacker, definitely. So, all right. For Carlton Davis, thank you for changing your mind, your opinion right in the middle of your take. Okay. For me, Carlton Davis III. I like Carlton Davis III. I like what he can bring in that secondary, and I also like what he brings as leadership as a veteran in the locker room. That's one of the reasons I like CD3 in our defensive back room as a cornerback. I think I agree with you a little bit, so I'm gonna give you a bossed up on letting him walk a little bit in a cost cutting measure where we aren't trying to break the bank. We are trying to save as much cap room as possible, and we do have a pretty substantial amount of cap space, but you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you're keeping the right players for the right price. However, you may be able to get a little bit of a reprieve on a discount. I think people like his talent, but I think they may be, like you said, maybe worried of his injury history, LL. So maybe I think we can bring him back at a decent price, but I want to bring him back. But like I said, I don't want to overpay for a veteran cornerback. So I'm gonna give you a boss up on all of your takes, keeping them and letting them walk if the price is too high. All right, Coach Jones,
that's everything. No, but you know what? I'm gonna say bossed up on the second part of your take because I just think once again Aaron Glenn is going outbid us. I think he'll be a great guy to be opposite of Sauce Gardner. And him going down to being a CB2 is going to probably elevate his play. And I'm just worried because, you know, Aaron Glenn, when you are the D coordinator, you have your eyes set on the talent that is going to become free agents. Like you already kind of have it in your mind. And I think Carlton Davis, I think Levi Onzunwrike, and I think Derrick Barnes are all targets on the Jets. And then too, you add in the fact that we do have Terrion Arnold, we do have Ennis Rakestraw, we do have Amik Robertson. If you pay Carlton Davis, which I think he's deserving of it, but if you pay him big money, where do you stand to those guys? You know, so man, it's a tough situation, man. I can't do it, man. And I just say that because I know the market is going to be set too high because to get premium cornerbacks, to get guys who can like step in against a wide receiver one and hold his own, that's gonna cost a penny, man. So
one thing about the Jets is, they got at least I've been hearing they might have a big decision ahead of them at their second cornerback now. I can't think of his first name, but last name Reed.
DJ Reed.
Yeah, that's so but so in a stunning move, possibly. Like, let's say, because he will be probably cheaper than Reed. I mean, CD will probably be cheaper than Reed. So what if he go over there and we don't necessarily make the move and we bring Reed over here because
absolutely
he can play.
not.
Reed can play.
Absolutely
so?
not. Absolutely not. We have a guy like DJ Reed. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because you know why? You know why? He's 5'8".
I didn't know that.
DJ Reed is 5'8". We have a guy like that. We have an Amik Robinson. We got that guy. I don't want that guy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Hey,
nope. I'm not going for that one. I'm sorry to be so abrupt, but I'm like,
I get it.
Nah, bro.
If I had known that, I probably wouldn't have said that. I'm gonna be. If I had known that, I wouldn't have said that.
Like 5'8". I mean, like, when I say he can't ball, because he can, but I'm not bringing a guy that into our roster when we already have one. Here's my thing with letting Carlton Davis out the door. Carlton Davis, he was a legitimate CB1 on our roster last year. If we let him out the door, who's our CB1? I don't think Terry Arnold's ready to make that jump just yet.
Lil Meek.
I don't think Amik Robinson is a CB1 level player
as Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but he ain't gonna do that all to everybody. Because I mean, with their history, I understand how he knows how to play him, and so does Carlton Davis. He knows how to play Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson said that's one of his toughest matchups in the league ever is Carlton Davis. So I'm just saying, like, are we going to bring in a free agent that's going to be a CB1, or is it better just to keep the guy that we already have in house? I'm just saying
the guys we have in house and draft somebody, because
I don't think any Rexstraw he doesn't have enough to. I think only have enough skin in the game right now, and we're at the point right now
we don't play this year. He gonna play this year.
I don't think we have enough time to, as far as how our window's going, to try to like mentor him into a starter this season. Because we're already doing that with Terry Arnold. We're still mentoring him as a starter.
Right.
He's not ready to be a CB1 just quite this yet. And
he could be nickel.
Yeah. So yeah. I think the Davis re-signing is will be key because that's keeping a CB1 in house. I like DJ Reed. He's not a CB1, and he's just I don't want to have two undersized guys. I mean, I love like a guy we had like Jerry Jacobs. They're dogs, but we play some big wide receivers in our division. So
yeah,
you think about Watson, Allen, was that Roma Dunze? They got some big body receivers. Justin Jefferson, they're bigger, taller receivers, and what is
no, this is how Kurt. I can't think of the one comedian's name, man. But he popped up me, but. Kurt came off like him. He was like expeditiously.
Yeah. All right, man. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Right. All these things help to get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. All right, let us know in the comments what you think, man. Do you think we should re-sign Carlton Davis, Derrick Barnes, and Levi Onzunwrike for this upcoming season? And let us know what you think in the comments. What you got, LL?
Another, let us know in the comments, and one for y'all real quick if y'all want, of these three, who is the most important to sign?
Ooh. That's a very good question.
Let us know in the comments as well, y'all.
I would say out of the three, I want to say Carlton Davis is probably the most, because we with our issues with the secondary. Now, like I said, I like Trevor Nowatzki, and he held his own last year. I don't think he's good at Derrick Barnes, but if we have to have a replacement for him for Derrick Barnes, Nowatzki's already on the roster. So
who you say,
that is what it is.
Man, it's oh man, It would have to be Carlton Davis, because we don't know the development of Terry Arnold. Like, he come back his second year, and he could be that CB1. He could learn from a lot of stuff that it just depends on how much he's willing to get into the tape, and that's where it's really at. what separates guys from being CB1s and all this, man, besides the natural things of size and weight and speed, is the tape. How much tape do you watch? How much do you recognize guys' tendencies? And because you looking at their waist, you know what I'm saying? So now you know what I'm saying? Like, and it just depends, man, on how Aaron comes back. So
yeah, work on turning his head around.
Yeah,
Because you look at most of his plays this season with Terry Arnold, he was there. If he could have made the play, if he just would have turned his head around,
and he stopped doing this.
Yeah, can keep his hands to yourself. Man,
and I think both of those are controllable. Both of those are like things you can work on easily in the offseason. So I don't know. I don't know how he's going to come back because he has all the physical intangibles.
So who you said Carlton Davis? I'm gonna say Derrick Barnes, and that's because we have names at those other positions outside of defensive tackle. We don't have like too many names to keep naming behind Levi. But we got some names. Like I said, we got some guys that may be in place for Carlton Davis. Like we got Sub-Zero, we got Greg Strong, we got Amik Robinson. We got Alexander Zaloni, and we got Jack Campbell, and we got Rodrigo coming back, but that's gonna be later on in the season. So I don't know. Out of these three, I would like to keep Derrick Barnes the most, I think.
Okay. Hey, thank you for starting your hump day, baby, right here with us on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. Make sure you follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach Jones, he gets it in over there on Wolverine Sports Talk, and he does some great work over here on our channel as well. Make sure you check out all of my social media platforms. I post content from this channel on all of my social media platforms. And of course, man, Mr. Green Thumb himself, man, he gets it down, man. You know what today is? It's Thursday Eve right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast. So make sure you check out Thursdays, and make sure you get your knife and fork for the Yam Fest over there on LL's Instagram page. All right, time for final thoughts for today's show. Parting shots, man. Coach Jones, you up first, my guy.
Yeah, man. I just want to say happy hump day, man. It's gonna be a rough one, man, because it's cold in the D. I don't know if y'all know that little YouTube thing, but man, it's cold, Michigan. It's real cold. It's about 7 degrees cold when I woke up this morning on my security system that tells you the weather outside. So yeah, man, and it's a whole lot of snow out there, and I'm just starting not to like the cold as much. And I've been in Michigan and Chicago my whole life. Go figure. But hey, Detroit Lions, stay tuned, man. Keep your eyes open because I know people fall off after the Super Bowl and they kind of, and then you tune in, you be like, why, he's not on the team no more? So stay focused, stay tuned in, and we're going to give you these updates, man.
All right, my man, LL, what you got, my brother?
Oh, dang. That's 3 degrees. 3 degrees. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. Wear your long johns. Drink hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Hey, and for my people down here with me in North Carolina, man, buckle up, Buttercup, because we getting that snow today as well. So we got a winter storm warning down here, all over down the East Coast. So we're supposed to get snow from, I think, for about 6 hours today. So make sure you got all your gear hooked up, man. Make sure you got your salt for your driveways and everything like that. Because, that's the thing. They were already treating the roads yesterday morning. So that's a big deal down here because people don't know how to drive in this stuff down here. So make sure you stay safe. Make sure you stay warm. Make sure you got plenty of nourishment, snacks, you know what I'm saying? Because we might be here for a day or so. So make sure you prepare for this snow. And if you're having a good day at work on hump day, baby, make sure you spread that joy. But if you're not having a good day, don't steal no one else's joy. That's just wrong. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do for your man, Kurt Steele. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man, LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.